From one Blue Jays way in Toronto, welcome to Rogers Center. Today, the finale of this three-game weekend set. It's the Seattle Mariners and the Toronto Blue Jays. Joined by my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. And we got a rubber match on our hands today, partner.
Yeah, the final game of a three-game set. They've split the first two, and regardless of how important a series is within the larger picture of the season, it's a game you want to get up for. Every series win feels good, so we should see a fun matchup in this one.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll here. And today's starter, Chris Bassett. What's the word on him?
Well, he got into the eighth inning his last time out, really pitching deep into games as of late. We'll see today how many innings he's got in him.
All right, ready to get underway. And now for Seattle, Teoscar Hernandez. Kicks and deals. High fly ball out into left center field. Varsho moving under it. Brings it in. One up, one down. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Julio Rodriguez.
Well, he's been a very consistent performer this year. And, man, when you look up and you're in the top 5 in batting average in the American League, tell you what, that raises your level of confidence to keep it going and try to finish in that picture or maybe at the very top. He's been spraying the balls all over the yard. We're going to keep our eyes on him in this one.
No.
And it's even up.
1-1.
Ripped to short. Bichette whips it to first. 2 away here in the top of the first.
Batting third, the first baseman, number 23.
Ty France up next for the Mariners. That one drilled left field. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. And it bangs up against the wall. And he's got a double.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of him.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now at the plate, Julio Rodriguez. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
The strategy of winning a ball game, when you can make that pitcher work a little more, expose himself by throwing pitches, that could be the key to winning perhaps later on. So good job of extending this inning, getting a knock with 2 outs to bring the number 4 hole hitter up.
Steps off and bluffs the throw at second. And the righty deals. High fly ball out to center field. Kiermaier pulls it in on the run. 1 left for Seattle. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. And taking the ball for Seattle, Logan Gilbert. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hand with more life, and he's able to...
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there, on its way, gone. George Springer leaves the yard. It's his 8th home run of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0.
When the guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. In there, and it's 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Next offering popped in the air, right field, and it falls.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But there's always a little room back behind the first and second baseman to drop a lawn dart in there, and he found a way.
Bichette aboard here at first with nobody out. Ground ball right side, could be two. To Crawford for one. How about that double play?
Batting third baseman, Max Chapman.
And here is Matt Chapman. Chapman gets a piece there. And the right-hander deals. And that one in the air center field. Rodriguez settles under it. He's got it. And that's the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now 1-0. This is Toronto Blue Jays baseball on the Show Canada. And welcome back. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. For All-Star, he features a sinker, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider. Here's a 1-1. Called strike right there. And that skips in the dirt. 2-2 now. Got him swinging. Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Now this pitching staff has been merciless against him in this one. I mean, he struck out 6 times in this series, and we've seen no adjustment out of him so far.
A.J. Pollock at the dish. Check swing, went around. 0-1. Bassett, he has a reputation, I don't know, maybe a knack for working himself out of tough situations that he finds himself in. You know, you like that in a relief pitcher, but when you have it for a starting pitcher, a guy that can get out of a tight spot, that is pretty valuable. And up next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. First offering, and it just misses.
And you won't see the skipper rush to get somebody up in the bullpen as soon as he starts to see some signs of trouble. This guy's earned a longer leash, and because of that, confidence grows with the players and teammates playing behind him that when things get a little rough out there, they know he'll find his way through it.
That one misses. 3-1 now. How much of the ability to do that in a tight spot is the mental approach?
I think it's very much being able to have laser-like focus, slow everything down, stay right in that moment, pitch to pitch, execution, and focusing on that catcher's mitt.
Swings and misses, and that is strike one. Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Play at third, in there, and it's second and third, one away. Pollock, the runner at third. Over at second with one down. Two on the way. Out towards left center. Varsho pulls it down. Runner tags from third. He scores. That's a big sacrifice fly. We're tied at 1.
Sometimes all you got to do is your job and don't overcomplicate things. Keep it simple. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. Put the ball in play, and a nice job with the sac fly.
Sam Haggerty stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next offering is downstairs. Appears they're working around him with the base open, Singy.
Well, you know, these 2-0 counts, Boo, they're just not what they used to be, and we sound like old guys when I say that, but ultimately, this is a strategic game, and you expect to see this type of approach by the pitcher in this situation.
That one to first. Guerrero flips it behind his back. That ends the frame. So 1 run on 1 hit. No errors and a runner left. Now to the bottom of the second. All tied 1-1. Back now in Toronto, bottom of the second. And now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Gilbert back to work. The other way. Nice grab.
Nothing you can do about those as a hitter. Even though you know that, they still drive you absolutely crazy.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. And first offering is fouled off. Chris, Alejandro Kirk, stocky catcher, an all-star in 2022. This guy can hit.
Yeah, he can, and really just surprised everyone coming onto the scene, doing such a great job that became an all-star with very little big league experience before that.
Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
Ball.
Next one misses, and a count 2-1. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
The pitch. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four guys, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Got him looking for the K. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
And first offering is fouled off. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Batting in, the designated hitter, Danny.
Now it's Jansen to hit. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Gilbert with a move to first. Merrifield dives back in. Merrifield on the move. Pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag.
Well, he picked over once just before the pitch to check on him, but that didn't seem to slow up his jump on the pitch at all. I think that guy's been studying some video. Awesome job to be prepared, got the timing down, and he gets in the scoring position.
Runner at second, 2 down. Way outside, straight to the backstop. And on the wild pitch, he goes down to third.
Have to be really sure you can make it safely to third when you're in scoring position and 2 outs. Got to get that run across. Very important. Does a nice job of reading it. Gets to third base, now just 90 feet away.
Base hit, and a run comes in.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier, 0 for 6 in the series so far. And there's a curve through for a strike. Jansen, the runner at first with 2 gone. That misses, and it's a ball and a strike. Good eye right there. Two balls, two strikes to count with 2 outs. Right side. Hernandez settles underneath it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for the Mariners, Teoscar Hernandez. And a pitch. Hernandez in his 6th season hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's won a Silver Slugger in the American League. On the ground to the left. Not in time. He's safe.
It was a healthy cut, but the same can't be said for the contact. He got just enough of the ball to put it in play, and that's all he needed. Tough play for the defense on what was kind of a swinging bunt.
There's a strike.
With 2 strikes. May see some movement over there at first base. Try to stay out of a double play here.
1-2.
Runner at first with no outs here. And the 1-2 misses to even the count. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. He goes down looking. And here's the first baseman, Ty France. And fouled off. The pitch. It's softly on the ground left side. Fires over to Guerrero. 2 away. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Julio Rodriguez.
0-1.
Swings through that one. 0-1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering is in for a strike. Fights it off. He'll see another. Ground ball right side. Tosses to first. 3rd out. 1 hit, 1 left. We head now to the home half of inning number 3. Blue Jays 2 and the Mariners 1. Back here at the ballpark, here's George Springer.
He's hitting for that pop. Came out of the gates really strong.
A wind in the pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Chris, one of the things that's really cool about George Springer's story is what he has overcome. As a kid, he had a lot of anxiety, and he had a stutter. And he's a guy now that speaks publicly and does so marvelously and is a great spokesperson for young people who struggle with stuttering.
Yeah, the Stuttering Association for the Young, SAY is the acronym, and George Springer doing a great job representing that organization.
Sets him down on strikes. Fastball to letters froze him for strike 3. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Bichette playing up the middle at short, 25 years old, and he's been touching home plate quite a bit lately, scoring 8 runs over the last 10 games. Ripped on a line, and there's 2 down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up he'll find a hole.
2 outs, base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And there's the strike. Vladdy measures 6 feet 2 inches, 240 pounds, and he was born in Canada. That one lifted to left. Pollock has this one sized up. Brings it in for the third out. Nothing doing for the Blue Jays, but they still lead it 2-1. And welcome back. On to the fourth. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. And that one is in for a strike.
Well, these Mariners doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
He swings and hits a fly ball center field, and it drops in, and the leadoff man aboard. A.J. Pollock up next for the Mariners. And first offering is fouled off. Suarez gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Strike 2. Next pitch inside. Ball 1. On the ground, 2 ball. Fires to second for 1. On to first, double play. Here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. In for a strike, and it's 0-1. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Now that's outside.
It's a good take.
And right back to the mound. That's the third out. Back now in Toronto, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Matt Chapman. That's in for a strike.
Well, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Off the mark there. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Varsho now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Way inside, gets out of the way. Swing and a miss. That's strike 2.
This guy's got such a good sinker. As a hitter, you've got to look up in the zone. If you look down, you're going to be chasing stuff in the dirt.
That one misses in the dirt. And down on strikes he goes. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Oh, really went aggressive in with that slider. Good two-strike pitch right there. At worst case scenario, it's weak contact in play. Exactly where he and the catcher wanted it.
Kirk stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. On the ground. Tosses to first, and that is that. Nothing doing for the offense that time. On to the top of the 5th we go. Blue Jays 2 and the Mariners 1. Welcome back. We go to the top of the 5th. In now is the Mariners DH, Taylor Trammell.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 1-0. Now 1-1. One-two now. Lays out. Oh, it's off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
And they tag him out. Back to the top of the Seattle order. And now Teoscar Hernandez. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. There's the strike. Going to count 1-2.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
The next offering misses. And it's 2-2. That one missed.
Caught a break right there. Pretty good pitch on the outside corner.
Towards first, and he handles it himself for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And first offering is fouled off. Trammell on third with 2 out. And now the count is even.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Up the middle. In plenty of time to first. That's out number 3. Mariners leave 1. And they trail it. Now it's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Gilbert back to work. And there's the strike. On a line, base hit.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Merrifield on the move. Pitching for a strike. Throw to second. Great jump, and that is a stolen base. It wasn't even close. Takes low for ball 1.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Swings and misses. And a count 1-2.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move till the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just going to have to tip your cap on that pitch.
No outs. Runner on second. That one off the mark, and the count's full. Swing and a miss. Gassed it right by him. Here's Kiermaier now. Flied out his first time. Ball one, no strikes. Runner at second here, one gone. Left-hand batter waits. Pitch misses there. Now 2 balls and a strike. Move to second. Merrifield dives back in. Next pitch misses, and that's ball 3.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there, and boy, umpire did give him the call. I bet you if he throws it again, hitter knows he's going to have to swing it.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Pickoff move to second, and he's back in easily. At the belt and fires. Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. Merrifield coming home. The throw is offline, and he's in to score. It's 3-1.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And now he's dead at first as he can't get back. In the air to left center. Pollock has this one sized up. Makes the grab. And that's the third out. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Top 6. And now the first baseman, Ty France. And there's a foul ball. Ty France, a pretty cool story. A 34th round pick in 2015 out of San Diego State. And in 2022, he was the wind of the pitch. Struck him out looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after it.
On the ground to third. Chapman over to first in time. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now. That's a little bit low. Suarez goes 5 feet 11 inches, 31 years old, and he was born in Venezuela. On the corner at the knees for a strike.
Some of the greatest players in the history of the game were born in Venezuela, including one that finished with 500-plus home runs, 3,000-plus hits, and a triple crown.
And now 2-2. Hit hard, base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game. All he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Pollock stands in now, looks at that one inside. To third. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So 1 hit is all they get. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. Back here at the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And now for the Jays, Bo Bichette. The right-hander back to work. There's a strike.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
In the air, out towards left center. Pollock right there to make the grab. One away. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. In the air, left side. That gets down for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff, a base hit.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Logan Gilbert done for the day, and not his finest start. Chris Flexen will take over here.
And he's had 3 days off since he pitched last, so expect him to be totally rested. I'm sure he's itching for this opportunity right now.
Here's Matt Chapman.
Ball one.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Flexen, in his third season, he features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a changeup, a curve, and he works in a slider.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
In the air, foul off first. France hauls it in, 2 away.
Yeah, I'm looking at his body language, and he just doesn't seem like things are in sync, and the ball's just not coming off his bat the way it did earlier in the regular season.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Some activity in the Mariners bullpen. Diego Castillo up and loosening in the pen. Close one. Doesn't get the call. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swings through that one for strike 2. That misses the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's down and away.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Struck him out swinging. Some high cheese for strike 3. 1 left for Toronto as the lead remains 3-1. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh. To the right side, Guerrero. And a quick out, number 1.
That's what a good sinker's designed to do. Get a guy to roll over a little bit, hit the ball on the ground, kill some worms while you're at it.
And first offering is fouled off. 1 down, base is empty. On the ground right side, and he picks it up in foul territory. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3. Hit weakly on the ground. Can't glove it cleanly. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Bounce to third. They take the force out, and that'll do it. So no. Bottom of the 7th, and now Alejandro Kirk. And he deals. Swing and a ball popped up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down. Whit Merrifield up to the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Righty to the plate. Swing and a miss. As he was out front that time. Ball one there.
0-2 pitch that far out of the zone gives the hitter a little confidence that maybe he can climb back into this at bat.
Got it by him for the K. Danny Jansen to hit here. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Lined, and that's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Just an awesome swing of the bat, quick hands, and just launched the baseball. 108 on the exit velocity. Man, that is coming off the bat pretty good. I know he's feeling good about it.
Kiermaier, the next to hit, takes outside. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-1.
Well, he just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And 1-2. Jansen leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
In the dirt, blocked. Raleigh whips it to first. Out with room to spare. And welcome back. Now the number 2 hitter, J.P. Crawford. That clips the corner.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
0-2 now. That one the other way. Makes the catch. 1 down. And here's the first baseman, Ty France. And ball 1.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling that change up in the stands and then fouling the out.
Rodriguez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Just could not get in sync and even guess right. When you talk about guessing in the game, it's really anticipation and sort of going with what the highest probability pitch, velocity, location at that point of the at-bat is.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Good job to fight that one off.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Varsho puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. Mariners go down quietly there. New pitcher for the Mariners, Matt Brash. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again. So the batting order turns over, and the batter is George Springer. He's already homered in this game. And the pitch. He swings and fouls one off.
I'm really impressed with this offense. They haven't been timid at the plate at all. They've been aggressive, and they're keeping the defense on its toes. So far, they've got 7 hits within the first 3 pitches of an at-bat, so there's been no time to get comfortable on the mound.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. So up next for Toronto, Bo Bichette. 1 for 3. First pitch swinging. Action in the pen down there. Diego Castillo up and throwing. That one ran inside, almost got him. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Slider got him for strike 3. So digging in, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And downstairs. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Strike.
Good eye right there.
You get to this part of the order. Yeah, there's some pop there, but more likely there's some base hits. So very important to be patient. Let the pitcher walk you, if he will.
Next pitch inside, and that's ball 3.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one's in there, and it's 3-2.
Full count.
The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. And that one almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Right-handed reliever. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball. Now it's Jordan Romano out of the bullpen.
I think closer has to be one of the toughest jobs in baseball, and we see a pretty high turnover rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included. We'll see if he can wrap up the win and get himself a save.
Comebacker to the mound. Fires over to Guerrero, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th. Pollock, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Out to center. He's got it, and there's 2 away. So they're down to their final out. Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners. And first offering is fouled off. That's a strike.
Okay, so Jordan Romano, a guy who never used cologne until a teammate gave him a bottle in 2021. He's been using it for games ever since. He rotates 3 colognes. Number 1, feeling good. Number 2, feeling dangerous. Number 3, let's snap a losing streak.
Sounds like he's got all the bases covered with that.
Next offering is fouled back. Here comes a pitch. And that one hit to first. Steps on the bag himself. Ball game.
I'd say these guys really needed to win this game today. It pushed them over the top to win the series, which is great. But when you go on the road, going into some hostile territory, you want to have a lot of confidence.